Hi everyone, Mike Gerholt here, Button Click Admin, and I'm glad to be joined in a big aloha to Andrew Mackay with Kona Data Search. So let's get started for the readers, Andrew, and kind of just have you introduce yourself and introduce Kona and maybe talk about how your mission got started.
Well, thanks, Mike, and aloha to everyone as well. As much as we like to think we're from Hawaii, we're actually from New Hampshire, but that's all right. We started Kona Search, the product, and Kona Data Search, the company, a couple of years ago. We were in the search industry for a very long time. I myself have been in this business for 10 years. My partner, David Hall, who's the CEO, has been in the business for a long time as well. Over at Fast Search and Transfer, which became Search over at Microsoft, and then also with Itivio. And for fun, we decided to build an internal search engine because we're Salesforce users and also SharePoint users. The project actually proved to be successful internally, but we realized it wasn't a business for Itivio to be in, and thought we could start our own business doing this, and that's what Dave and I did. Went out, got some money, and said we're going to build a search engine for Salesforce.
So we were lucky enough, I got to meet you guys at Dreamforce 11, which is why I asked you to be in this interview. That, and I think you guys have a really cool project. Let's talk a little bit, Spring 12 is kind of right around the corner for everybody. Some of the release notes are getting out. I've had a chance to look in a pre-release org. So maybe, from a button-click admin standpoint, while search, we'll definitely talk about that. Maybe from your perspective, are there features coming out that you are looking forward to, or something you're excited to see?
Yeah, Mike. There's two things. One, of course, every step towards the social enterprise is a step towards the value of Kona, because you're bringing more information into the sales process. When I think about, for example, Chat and Messenger, it just creates better dialogue, and also more disparate systems, I think, as well. And so you'll want to search all that content, and that's what we do. For us specifically, we're really glad to see some movement in the authentication provider support, because what I think Salesforce is saying is that we need to reach out to other systems and provide let's say, a step towards single sign-on. And, Kona deals with heterogeneous content from other sources. And so this was a really good message for us. And I think, actually, people should start to look at, how to wire together their disparate systems and push everything into Salesforce.
Oh, I couldn't agree. I think, there was this honeymoon where we thought we could just go immediately to the cloud. And we're realizing now, and like with my company, we have these huge legacy databases, and it's almost like we need sort of like a hybrid system, where we can't give up our legacy on-premise system right away, because we realistically just can't go to cloud, overnight. So you need something for both. Along those veins, working to always get adoption / integration, I think is kind of the mission for every admin, whether they're a developer or a button-click admin. Let's kind of bring this back into the reader's perspective, and talk a little bit more about Kona and maybe some of the products that you have that you feel help with adoption or integration. I know I've looked at your search product, but for those that haven't, what do we bring to the table here?
Oh, that's a great question, Mike. So our mission is very simple. It's to provide an easier way to sell. And that's getting the right information to the right person at the right time, so that all organizations involved in sales, which isn't just the sales organization, are better prepared and more effective and all that sort of stuff. So what does that actually mean? Well, in a heterogeneous environment like we were talking about, you may have a SharePoint system where you have documents in there from your marketing department. You may have a documentum system where your legal department drop documents in their contracts. You might use a lot of your email as a way to communicate with your customers. Yep. Through Exchange or Notes. We found a lot of Notes users at Dreamforce.
Lotus Notes users?
That's right. They were desperate. They have one side of them that's totally enlightened, and that's Salesforce. And then they said, yeah, but we also have Lotus Notes.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm part of that crowd.
There you go. So, we said, well, we have a Lotus Notes connector. Wouldn't it be nice if you could read your email, search your email inside of Salesforce? We're big believers in the idea that the Salesforce desktop is the business desktop of the future. The platform is there. The cloud position is there. The social enterprise message is there. And we really think they're the next big wave. Hence the Kona name.
Yeah. Well, I think you're dead on with that. I mean, for my users, it helps adoption incredibly if it's just you go to one place. And then everything, they don't need to know about anything on the back end or what's connected to it. But if you just go to Salesforce and you start there, then it makes it easier for the user.
Exactly. So if you think about it, one of the things that we found out at Dreamforce, which is kind of funny, is that sales ops people, like you guys, would say, listen, salespeople are kind of lazy. They only like to click 3 or 4 times. Is it really easy to use? And we said, well, that's the whole point of it. It's sort of like Google for Salesforce.
Yep.
It just works.
Right.
And then the sales directors and the sales managers would come up and say, salespeople are very focused. They only like to click a few times. So whether they're lazy or they're focused, it really makes no difference. We see them as racehorses. You pay them to run around a track really, really well. And so anything that gets in the peripheral vision is out of the way.
Yep.
So we made it very clear that we wanted our search to be easy to use. And certainly if you have to get out of Salesforce to go into other systems to find information, that's not the right model. And it's not just for Sales Cloud, it's for Service Cloud as well. The other thing we've liked about Spring 12 and we think future releases is that the path between pre-sales and post-sales is actually a very smooth path in Salesforce. It is a natural progression between the two of them.
Yep.
And we think that, once again, that adds value to Kona Search.
I think that's spot on. So just a quick question on the name. Why Kona if you're based in New Hampshire?
Well, other than the fact that we like Hawaii, I wish we were there right about this time of the year. It's like
Don't
5 degrees. But, and aside from Mark's obvious connection with Hawaii, we're big coffee drinkers. And we decided that just for fun, we can't hand out iPads everywhere. So we're going to hand out bags of pure, organic, hand-picked, homegrown Kona coffee beans.
Nice.
I think you may have had some.
I have at Dreamforce.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Hey, so I know my readers would love to get a bag of coffee, and maybe they can hit me up for one. But if they wanted to learn more about Kona, do you guys have like a website, or do you have like webinars or training coming up that they could ping you on?
Oh, sure. Thanks, Mike. We, of course, the website, KonaDSC.com, or if you like to type a lot, KonaDataSearch.com. We have a YouTube site and a Facebook site, and we tweet. The YouTube site has a video, which is about 2 minutes long, which describes an example, a case study, if you will. And we have a webinar coming up, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, February 1st, I think. Yes, that's it. And really what it is, it's not really to push the product. It's really to talk about what search is and what it can provide you and what you should expect from any good search engine. And it will dwell on not just searching Salesforce objects, but also heterogeneous content in general.
Cool.
And please sign up. The sign up is at all those websites.
Well, and I'll put a link to it at the bottom of the video in the post.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, and we're going to hand out 2 pounds of free coffee to somebody.
At Dreamforce 12?
Oh, well, Dreamforce, we've got an idea. Dreamforce 12 is, Dreamforce 11, we had a small booth and we handed out bags of coffee on a regular basis. At Dreamforce 12, our goal is to have a full barista.
Oh, my.
And put a barista out there and have everybody come by for some real Kona coffee.
I'm going to start my list of booths to go to at Dreamforce 12 right now.
Oh, there you go.
Number 1, Kona, every morning.
That's
Andrew,
right.
I'm going to wrap this up and then put the links below for the people to join. I wanted to thank you for being on Button Click. I think it's great that I can give the readers out there and people maybe who don't get a chance to meet great people like you, kind of a chance to interview and see what happens with all the other great things that happen in the cloud as well.
All right. Well, listen, thanks. It was, Mike, this was great. Great conversation, and I look forward to seeing you down the road.
Great. Thanks, Andrew.
Bye.